And this is our third lesson on combining like terms. Okay, so here we are with our first problem. Jada says that she can tell that negative 2/3 times the quantity of x plus 5 plus 4 times the quantity of x plus 5 minus 10/3 times the quantity of x plus 5 is equal to 0 just by looking at it. Is Jada correct? Okay, well, there's actually a couple of ways that we can approach this problem. I'm guessing that you probably noticed right away that each of the quantities inside the parentheses are exactly the same. So we can pull that out using the distributive property. And I'm going to do that right here. So x plus 5 would go on the outside, which is not how we're used to looking at what we've been working with so far, but it certainly does work. And then we're left with each of these. And like I said, I imagine that probably looks, well, I know it definitely looks different than what we've been looking at, but you can see how these three terms share the x plus 5, and then we just pull out everything that's left, and what we're left with is negative 2/3 plus 4 minus 10/3. So negative 2/3 plus 4, that means of course we're finding the difference. Signs are different, find the difference. But that's like saying we have 4 cups of something and we take away 2/3 cups, or really anything. So I of course would be left with 3 and 1/3. That's the two of these right here, minus 10/3. And I know that if I were to change this, I'd say to myself, how many times does 3 go into 10? It goes into 10 3 times, with 1 left over. 3 minus 1/3, of course, is 0. If I bring down this, I then have x plus 5 times 0, which of course we know is equal to 0, and that's exactly what Jada said. The other way that we can look at this, and again, both just as effective, but we can consider the fact that we could multiply this entire expression by 3 to make those thirds go away, so that I don't have any fractions to deal with. So in essence, I would then have 3 times the quantity. Oh, by the way, I should have said that, but I'm considering that we already pulled out the x plus 5. So, and right now I'm only dealing with this. So I'm multiplying all of the fractions by 3. So 3 times negative 2/3 plus 4 times, minus 10/3. Okay, so if I were to multiply each of these by 3, because that's in essence, again, what we're doing, we'd have 3 over 1 times 2/3 plus 3 times 4 minus 3 times 10/3. And I know this can also go over 1. So when I do this, I know that these 3's can cancel. I'm left with 2 plus 3 times 4 is 12 minus, they cancel as well, 10. Oh, I forgot to bring down the negative. I paused there. Sorry. And of course, there's a negative here. Sorry about that. I even stumped myself for a moment. So negative 2 plus 12, of course, leaves us with 10. And 10 minus 10, again, gives us 0. And I multiply that times my x plus 5 times 0, and that of course equals 0. So like I said, two different ways of looking at it, but the point being is that you take out that common factor, which in this case is the stuff that's inside the parentheses, x minus or x plus 5, and then we just deal with those numbers, and they of course equal 0. Okay, next. In each row, we need to decide whether the expression in column A is equivalent to the expression in column B. If not equivalent, show how to change the expression to make them equivalent. Okay then. So the first one, if we take out, this one, we're just simply combining like terms on this first one here. So we'd have 3x minus 2x plus 0.5x. Wow. Okay, so 3x, take away 2 x's. That, of course, is going to leave me with an x plus 0.5x. And I know some of you are going, but Mrs. De Silva, 3x minus 2x leaves us with 1x. And hopefully you remembered that I've explained to you that that 1 is really a ninja 1, so we can't see it. So x plus 0.5x, that of course is going to give me 1.5x, which tells us that in fact these two are equal to each other. Next. Okay, so I've got this one, like similar to the previous problem, I can see that these x plus 4s are exactly the same. So if I had 3 times the quantity of x plus 4 minus 2 times the quantity of x plus 4, and I take out both of those x plus 4s, and then I'm left with, that's plus, I'm left with 3 minus 2, which of course is 1, times x plus 4, which of course is then just going to leave us with x plus 4, which is not equal to x plus 3. And the obvious way to change this and make it correct would be to change the plus 4 each time to plus 3. Because if we then pulled out the x plus 3, we'd be left with x plus 3 times 1, therefore leaving us with x plus 3. Next, I've got 6 times the quantity of x plus 4 minus 2 times the quantity of x plus 5. Okay, so the first thing I need to do here is to distribute on each side. So this side would be 6 times x plus 6 times 4. 6 times x is 6x plus 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, and then on this side, I've got, I'm just going to drop it down here to make sure I have enough room to write. Drop it down over here. So minus 2x minus 10. So that's minus 2x minus 10. And then, of course, I have to combine my like terms. So I'm going to be left with 6x minus 2x plus 24 minus 10. 6x minus 2x leaves me with 4x plus 24 minus 10 is 14. And then clearly, because they've got that number on the outside here, They looked for the biggest gazinta. Biggest gazinta for 4x and 14, of course, is 2. And 4x divided by 2 is 2x, plus 14 divided by 2 is 7, which is exactly what we have here. So, therefore, these are equivalent. My next problem. Okay, I'm kind of running out of room here, but we should notice automatically that the x plus 4s are the same. So I'm going to actually write that down right underneath it so that you can see that x plus 4 is going to come out, and therefore what that term is multiplied by is 3 minus 2 plus 0.5. Okay, so I'm actually going to bring this right up here. If I've got 3 minus 2 plus 0.5, 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 0.5 is 1.5, which is what we have here, but we have to be careful because what was forgotten was the original term that we pulled out from each of these. So to make this correct, if this were to be solved correctly, for D to be true, it would have to have the quantity of x plus 4 beside it. But it does not, so therefore this one is not equivalent to. Okay, next. Tyler's using the distributive property on this expression, 9 minus 4 times the quantity of 5x minus 6. Here's his work. Okay, Mai thinks Tyler's answer is incorrect. She says if expressions are equivalent, then they are equal for any value of the variable. Why don't you try to substitute the same value of x for all the equations and see where they are not equal? So this is certainly a strategy, but I think we've learned by now that the best way to approach this is to solve it the way Tyler did. So why don't we just first, before we do what they suggested here, is check Tyler's work. So if I start out with 9 minus 4 times the quantity of 5x minus 6, I would agree that the first thing that we can do, and we all know that it isn't necessary to always do it this way, but certainly it doesn't hurt to start it this way. By separating, we know that subtracting is exactly the same as adding the negative. So that's what they did to start with, or that's what Tyler did, I should say. So we can follow suit in that. That's absolutely fine. 5x plus, we did it also here with the plus minus 6, made it plus negative 6. Okay, that's absolutely fine. So far, so good. So we started here, and we're good so far. So now we know that we need to distribute that negative 4. Woo! Woo! So fun to woo. We need to multiply, solve this, negative 4 times 5x plus negative 4 times negative 6. Okay? Negative 4 times 5x is negative 20x. And negative 4 times negative 6 is positive 24. Then I bring down the rest of it. I now have 9 plus negative 20x plus 24, which is not the same here. And then if I was going to finish this correctly, I would notice that I've got two numbers plus that one term with the variable x. So I'd put the number with the variable x in the beginning. Remember, there's nothing in front of the 9. That means it's positive. Plus 9 plus 24. That would leave me with negative 20x plus 33. Okay, so obviously I had to stop for a minute. My dogs were barking, but I'm back now. And I also made a correction in here. I had neglected to put the x in there, so the correct answer should be negative 20x plus 33. So, find the step where Tyler made the error. Well, he made the error, if I were to label these steps, 1, 2, 3, whoops, 3 and 4, I would say that he made his error between here and here. So going from step 2 to step 3. Explain what he did wrong. Well, let's see, we saw that he left this, stayed negative 6 instead of, so it tells me that he left this step out here. Tyler, did not distribute the negative 4 to the negative 6. And then correct Tyler's work. Well, I think we already did that right up here. There is the correct version.